That's the reason why you're not succeeding. And I promise you this, you would rather me tell you that instead of somebody else patting you on the back saying, everything's fine, just keep going, keep doing it. You're going to get there one day. And they want me to just pat them on the back. Like, dude, I'm not fixing to pat you on the back, dude. I'm not fixing to just coddle you and give you a bottle of milk with a blanket and tell you everything's going to be okay. Go get a job. I don't want to surround myself with people that are lazy, good-for-nothings who don't want to succeed and thrive in their life. I just don't want to do it. I'm getting a lot of calls from people that are all experiencing the same exact problems, so I decided to make a video about it. A lot of you guys are out there calling me in regards to where you're at currently in your business, and you're expressing concern to me because you're struggling. And in this video, I'm going to address some of the things that you need to do in order to experience success. I make videos about this stuff. I give away so much free content in my videos, but people click off of a video after a minute and a half of watching it. They don't digest the free content that I give away to you guys in order to help you build and grow a business. And instead of watching the entire video, implementing what I'm saying, and then experiencing the results as a result of implementation, people click off of a video after a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then don't get the value that's free for them in the video. I'm going to be talking about the reason why you might not be experiencing success. A lot of you guys are calling me and you're saying, Chris, I'm struggling. You know, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm going through a difficult time. I'm not able to save money. I'm only able to pay my bills. And I'm going to give the same exact response to you guys. It doesn't matter who calls me. It does not matter who calls me. You are all going to get the same exact advice, okay? Here it is. If you are operating a business and you do not have enough money to pay your bills, set back taxes, put money in a personal savings account, and put money in a business savings account for emergencies, expenses, so on and so forth. If you do not have enough lead generation to function and operate as a business, you have a side hustle. You do not have a business. That is why you're struggling. And a lot of you guys are trying to live off of a side hustle instead of taking the time and implementing the necessary steps in order to have a successful business. Okay? Number one, if you're not able to cover all those things from the sources of lead generation that you have currently coming in, you need to get a job. It's the same exact thing that I tell people over and over and over again. They say, Chris, what do I do? What do I do? I say, you need another source of income. Point blank, period. No excuses. What I don't understand, and I think that it's the mentality of men, okay? The book of Proverbs says, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the ends thereof are the ways of death. Meaning that what we think in our minds that we should do leads to destruction instead of successfully accomplishing the goals that we set out to achieve. People, men in general, they have a steady income at their full-time job. They get a couple of jobs, and they're like, well, I've got $6,000 lined up to do. You know what I mean? I'm really thinking that I should just go full-time. I've got $750 in my savings account, but I've got $6,000 on the schedule. But, I really think it's time to go full-time. Y'all, that is utterly ridiculous. And then after you knock out the $6,000, you go a month and a half without getting a job, and then you live off of the money. You live off of the money that you got, that took you 2 days to get it. Get a job, okay? Period. Get a job. Get another source of income coming in. That way you can cover your bills and your business overhead. And then what you earn from your Side hustle, because that's what you got right now. You have a side hustle. Earn money that you get from your side hustle, put it into a separate account, stop spending it. And this is what happens, man. People are irresponsible. Number one, okay, if you're going to go full time, you guys have to have several sources of lead generation. There's no other way. If daddy's not going to hand you a company and daddy hasn't just handed you a company that's been in business for 30 years, you have got to have multiple sources of lead generation coming into your funnel. That way you can get customers from multiple sources and multiple avenues. You have to get customers from Google, which 90% of all search traffic comes through Google. If you're not ranked in the top 3, guess what? You're missing out on 90% of all that search traffic. That's another part of the free information that I give away in my videos that you guys click off of. You click off of a video and then call me and then expect me to spend hours on the phone. Multiple people do this, by the way. It's not just one person. There's a handful of people that do this. They call me on the phone. I've put out information related to the same exact subject we're talking about. And instead of just watching the video and not clicking off after 2 minutes, watch the whole video, take notes. But no, we don't do that. We're lazy, and then we want to just click off the video and be like, yeah, you know, let me call him and see if he'll just sit on the phone and talk to me for an hour and a half about my problems. It's like, y'all, come on, man, be realistic. I made a video yesterday about Marco, okay? Marco did what I told him to in the training. I have a course, y'all, that is so cheap. It is so cheap, it is ridiculous. That instead of taking $299, you know, we don't mind going out to eat at a fast food restaurant. We don't mind that. We'll spend $500 in 2 weeks at a fast food restaurant, or going out to eat, or blowing money, going to gamble, drink, smoke, whatever it is that you do. We'll go blow money on that. But when it comes to investing in ourselves as it pertains to education, we won't do that though, will we? And then we want everybody else to take care of us, want everybody else to be the solution to our problems, but we don't care about ourselves enough to invest in ourselves to get out of the hole that we're in. Y'all, I'm telling you what, this stuff drives me crazy. Whenever I first started my business, I was not in a 24% tax bracket. I had two. I had 3 when I started striping. I quit the third. I had 2 jobs while I was striping in my side hustle before it officially became a self-sustaining business. I worked 2 jobs while I developed the social proof. And so with those 2 jobs, what did I do? I was able to pay my bills and then cover the expenses that it took me to start in the upfront cost. And then what happened? 6 months after I started my business, it was self-sustainable while I had 2 jobs. And then I got to the point where I could quit my second job because I was generating enough income from my side hustle. My side hustle turned into a business. A lot of you guys think it's super cool to tell people that you run a business, and you're telling people, yeah, I work for myself and I run a business, and you know, everything's great. I just, you know, and you put on a font of success to people that you talk to, and then they have this perception of you that you're running this great company and you're struggling. And instead of having humility, okay? Humility and going to work at a job while you build your business like the rest of us did. That's what I did. And instead of having humility and working at a job until you got 50 grand, 60 grand in the bank account set aside, I'm going to quit my job because I'm going to go all in and go full time because I've got $7,000 worth of work to do. I'm thinking it's about time to go full time. I've got $700 in my bank account. That is absolutely ridiculous. And that's the reason why you're not succeeding. And I promise you this, you would rather me tell you that instead of somebody else patting you on the back saying, everything's fine, just keep going, keep doing it. You're going to get there one day. No, you would rather somebody say, hey, get a job, stop being lazy, work 2 jobs. And then after you work those 2 jobs, then save up 50 grand in your bank account from your side hustle, quit that job, work that for another year. And then when you've got enough money, your business is self-sustainable and you're making more in your business than you are in your full-time job, then quit. By the time I got fired from my full-time job, I didn't just quit because it was time to go full-time. It's just time. Now's the time to go full-time. I didn't quit my job and go full-time. I got fired from my job, but by the time I got fired from my job, you know what I was doing? I had already tripled my income. I was making 3 times as much as I was making at my full-time job. And I had money saved up in a savings account. And what you guys do not do is you do not follow instructions. The book of Proverbs says, receive instruction that thou mayest be wise in the latter end. And what you don't do is you don't receive instruction. So if you can't cover taxes, my tax bracket now is at 24%. So that means that 24% of what I make goes to taxes. That's 1/4 of my income goes directly to taxes that I don't even see. And you guys are running a side hustle and you don't even have enough money to pay your taxes. You can't even pay your taxes. Some of you guys are a couple years behind. If you can't pay your taxes, go and get a job. You're going to get in trouble with the government, which is one of the reasons why small businesses get shut down, because they're not making enough to take care of responsibilities. So if you can't cover your taxes, get a job. If you do not have money saved up in a personal savings account in case of emergencies at home, like your dishwasher goes out, your water heater goes out, something, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, if you don't have enough money to cover that, as well as on top of taxes, get a job. Get a job. Okay? Now, third, if you do not have money saved up in a business bank account, get a job. Number 4, if you do not have money in a business savings account, the checking account. If you don't have money in a business savings account, you need to get a job. You guys are trying to live off of a side hustle. And when you have a wife and kids, like, you have a responsibility. Like, I work for myself. No one cares about that. Dude, you got a responsibility. If you're a husband and you've got a wife and kids, you have a responsibility as a man. As a man, you have a responsibility, and that is to take care of your family. In the book of 1 Timothy, it says, he that provideth not for his own, especially they of his own household, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. So if you're not able to take care of your basic responsibilities as a man with your side hustle, because that is what you have, go and get a job. I'm going to say that all throughout this. I'm not even going to pitch any courses. You guys have watched my videos enough. I give away so much free information in my videos, in my trainings. Like, y'all, I've got so many students who are out there crushing it, doing exactly what I'm telling them to do. I'm not even going to pitch a course in this video. I'm not even going to pitch and tell you how, I'm not even going to do that. I don't have a particular person in mind. I really don't. I honestly don't. It's because I have so many people that call me and we talk about this, and I'm thinking to myself, my goodness, are they not watching the videos that I'm putting out? Why would they be calling me about something that I just made a video about? Y'all, I'm not a support line. I'm not a support line. I'm not like this support line where you could just call me up like I'm some sort of like a striping 24-hour support line. Like if you're having problems, then I'll just call Chris. There are a few people that can call me that are my coaching clients. They can call me. They have direct access to me. They can call me whenever they want to. Those are the people that can call me at all times. Now, if it's a spiritual question or if it's a question related to God or, I mean, you need to talk about your soul or something like that, you can talk to me and call me all day long. Totally happy about that. Don't mind. Jesus said, except a man be born again, he shall not see the kingdom of God. So I don't mind talking about spiritual things and about heavenly things and about godly things. I don't mind talking about that for free, but don't sit and call me. I'm not going to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on the phone with y'all guys if you're not going to do what I say. People will call me on the phone. We'll be on the phone for 45 minutes, and I'll be like, hey, did you do what I said last week? And they're like, oh, man, I haven't even been, you know what I'm saying? I just say, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not listening to what I'm saying, so it becomes to a point in life where you're like, dude, this person's just wasting my time. These people are wasting my time. They're not serious about what I'm saying, and they want me to just pat them on the back. Like, dude, I'm not fixing to pat you on the back, dude. I'm not fixing to just coddle you and give you a bottle of milk with a blanket and tell you everything's going to be okay. Go get a job. That's what the rest of us did. I worked 3 jobs while I started my side hustle. Quit the third one, had 2 jobs, did that for a year while I worked in my business. And then after that, quit that one job, did another half a year, and then got fired from my full-time job. Because my boss had to let me go because I was getting so many calls. Anyways, y'all, I'm serious, man. I'm serious about that. If you want direct access to me where we talk about striping and I teach you how to make money and all that stuff, sign up for a coaching program. But don't call me and sit on the phone for hours talking about striping if you're not going to do what I say. Because then you're just wasting my time. You're taking time away from my family. You're taking time away from my work and what I'm doing and what I'm trying to grow and build. And man, I don't want to surround myself with people that are lazy, good-for-nothings who don't want to succeed and thrive in their life. I just don't want to do it. Who you surround yourself with is who you will become. I want to surround myself with winners, people that want to go out and get it, that produce results, that are men, that are godly, that are strong, that have a desire to do better for themselves. I don't want to sit around and spend time with people that are always like, man, I could just never succeed. Nothing's ever going right. James says the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. I just found out that when I'm struggling in life, you know what I do? I pray unto my Father that is in heaven. Jesus said, ask and ye shall receive. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. So I can promise you this, if you would go call God and get on your knees and go pray and say, Lord, I really need help here. I can promise you this, God can give you a solution a lot better than some striping guy on the internet can. Anyways, I got to go into Planet and hit some weights. Think about what I said, y'all. Go and get a job. Go and get a job. There's no shame in it. There's no shame in going to get a job, okay? Go get a job. Go get 2 jobs. Call in at the second one. Go do a couple striping jobs and then go back to working. Put that money in a bank account. And then save up 50, 60 grand before you quit your full-time job. And you know what I'm saying? Like, guys, having a job, do you not realize that having a job teaches you the skill sets in order to work for yourself? A person, even waiting tables. Like, some people are so ashamed to clean tables. Some of you guys have already clicked off this video, so it ain't no big deal. But so many people are ashamed to go serve and clean tables. Man, cleaning tables and being a servant teaches you how to serve other people. It teaches you how to be humble, how to exemplify humility and service and servitude. Some of you guys are so prideful that you wouldn't dare go work at a fast food place or a restaurant and wipe somebody else's table because you're so prideful. Proverbs says, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a downfall. And if you're too prideful to take care of your responsibilities as a man, then you are a worthless excuse of a man. You have responsibilities. Go out there and take care of your responsibilities, and stop trying to build a side hustle, or stop trying to say that you run a business when all you've got is a side hustle. Go take care of your responsibilities. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, most of my videos aren't like this, but I had to make a video because I got a bunch of people that are calling me up, wasting my time whenever I give away free information and videos, and then they don't want to pay for the information that I got. You want to learn how to make six figures? You want to quit your job? You want to run a successful business? Sign up for one of my coaching programs. If you want spiritual help, you want to come to church, you want to know the Lord, you want the gospel preached unto you, do that for free. But don't be wasting my time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.